Y'all, I normally go like all out for my year-end makeup products, but the truth is I need to physically move them out of my closet because they are taking up so much space and I just keep forgetting to film the video. So how I look today is what you're gonna see. My nails are not done, so please forgive me. I hope that you end up enjoying the video because it was such a pleasure to work on these products throughout the year and get them used up. And without further ado, enjoy seeing all the makeup that I used up for all of 2022. And at the end, you'll figure out exactly how much I used up. I'm also going to be doing this again next year, so make sure that you're subscribed so you can see it. And yeah, let's see how good I did because y'all, I did good. I'm so excited. Okay, starting off, I have used up 6 primers. I've got the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer, or priming, whatever. I've got the Milani SPF BFF. I've got the e.l.f. Matte Poreless whatever. This was like a predecessor to the Poreless Putty Primer, which I do have a mini of. I've got the Becca First Light Priming Filter, as well as the NYX Bear With Me Primer. And out of these, the ones that I would repurchase would be the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Primer or the Milani SPF BFF. And if I had to choose out of these two, the one that I would repurchase is from Milani. 1, it has SPF. 2, it's a lot more affordable. So I would say this goes into my 2022 like makeup favorites, which I'll actually show you at the very end. I'll pull it to the side and show you at the very end. But the total for primers for this year would be $67 worth of primers used up. Hopefully I will use up even more next year because I am trying to work through all of my complexion products this year in 2023. So stay tuned for that. For whatever reason, I really felt like I used up more foundations than this, but I did use up the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, all-time favorite. I used up the CoverGirl Outlast, as well as the Manic Panic Dream Tone. This is a white foundation mixer, and I've gone through about 3 of these. So back in the day, this was one of the only ways you could lighten your foundation, and nowadays you have so many options. So I wouldn't repurchase. I also didn't love the CoverGirl Outlast Active. And the Marc Jacobs, I would 100% repurchase if it were available. Unfortunately, it is not, so I am looking for alternatives. So if you have some, please let me know in the comments below. But I'm not going to move it to the Hall of Fame, if you will, for 2022 because you can't purchase it. So none of these will be repurchased in 2023. Oh, and the total value for foundations is $77. Okay, and I've used up 3 concealer / corrector style products. I used up the Becca Under Eye whatever, and whenever I used this up, I was devastated because I thought they no longer made it, but now Smashbox owned Becca, so you can purchase this one, and it's going to be moving into the favorites part of this video. I also used up the Makeup Forever Conceal and Hydrate. It was not hydrating at all. And then I used up the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer, and it's a little dry, but the pigment is worth it. So this one will also be moving over into favorites. These are technically 2 different types of products. One is a corrector, one is a concealer. So I'm going to put them both in the favorites. My total value for the year is $33, and the Makeup Forever one is just like, wah, wah, wah. I didn't love it. 2 out of 3 are no longer available for the setting sprays that I used up. The first is the Becca Under Eye like brightening one. I liked it. I didn't love it. I felt like it was very expensive for the amount of product that you got. I used up the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, which I liked. I didn't love. And then I loved the Milani Prep Set Glow powder, but this is discontinued. So if I had to choose one to repurchase for next year, it would be the Milani Prep Set and Glow, but unfortunately they don't make it anymore. So I actually do foresee myself repurchasing the e.l.f. Halo Glow because for the price it is good and it functioned. It's cruelty free, it's vegan, it's accessible, and it comes in multiple shades. So I'm going to put this in my favorites even though it's like barely a favorite. It's only a favorite because my real favorite is discontinued and because it's affordable. So this category was $50 in like total. I kind of want to beat that for next year though. Why am I like so interested in using up all my makeup and wasting my money? I have no idea. I just talked about this and it wasn't even recording. So embarrassing. Oh my gosh. So I used up the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is an oldie but a goodie. Totally a favorite, and I have repurchased it in 2023. And then I used up the NYX Matte Finish face spray. I liked it. I didn't love it because that matte finish is actually very true. And I do have dry skin, so I kind of like when a setting spray really melts together all of my makeup and makes me have some luminosity to the skin. This one did the opposite. So it wasn't bad, and it did help my makeup last. If you're interested in something like that, you would like it. But for me, it's not like the exact perfect thing. Now, I did only value this at $2 because it's just a sample size, and that brings my total for makeup setting sprays to $35. The cheeks this year is the category that I'm like the most impressed and proud of, or impressed by and proud of. The first product that I used up is the Sweet Peach Glow Face Palette, which I would 100% repurchase if it were still available. I loved the scent. I love the colors. I'm from Georgia. We love a good peach moment. This is hands down one of my favorite palettes of all time. With that being said, I am fair complected, so it worked for me. But I know for a lot of people, it actually was not a favorite. So I really love this one, but of course I cannot repurchase it. I also really loved the Makeup Forever Sculpt and Glow palette. I think this was a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury palette, which I've never owned, so I cannot tell you if it was a dupe, but I know that it was good. It's no longer being made though. The Luminous Matte Essence Bronzer I love, and they now have it in like a really big pan, so you can actually purchase it. But what I liked about it is that it was very yellow, which I personally like for my specific skin tone. And then the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. I feel like the Wet n Wild highlighters are an oldie but a goodie as well. I used to date my products by the color on the sticker, and also it's how I would know if they're like being panned or not. Let me see. I think the Sweet Peach one, did it have a sticker? Yeah, it's a different years that I purchased them. This one I recommend if you want that like blinding highlighter, like the blinding glow, like the old school Instagram look. These are really nice, but in the future for me, I probably won't be repurchasing them too much unless I'm using it as a body highlighter. Now, 1, 2, 3 of these are no longer being made in this exact packaging, so I can't recommend the exact product. That leaves the Wet n Wild highlighter by default going into the Hall of Fame, or like the favorites for the year. The rest of these were still favorites. You can't buy them. And the total for my cheeks category is $75. I like cannot believe I used this up. Like technically, let's pull this back in. Let's talk about this for one more minute. Okay, technically I used up 1, 2, 3 bronzers, 1, 2, 3 highlighters, and 1 blush. What? Like that's so amazing in 1 year. Like I'm dying. Like I'm so impressed with myself. I love me. We did an amazing job. You know what? I actually forgot this Hoola bronzer. So the $75, this was factored into it. So just pretend like this is with the other things. Love this. We'll repurchase. This one will go into a favorites. Brows, brows, and more brows. All of these are honestly favorites with the exception of the CoverGirl brow gel. It was just like so bare minimum effort like went into it. The person who designed this does not have brows on fleek. Clearly. The Ulta brow pencil I love, but I think it's a little more difficult for people to get unless they live near an Ulta. So I do like it. I'm going to put it in the favorites, but it's, you know, just kind of like depends on where you live. I also really love the Ulta brow tint. I have been using this for years, and every time I change my hair color, I end up coming back to this because they just have the best tones in the product. So it's going into a favorite. And then I have repurchased on numerous occasions the ColourPop brow pencil. This one is a little more sheer, I guess you could say, or waxy, so it's not super pigmented, which I think is really nice if you have like blonde hair and you're not trying to go for like the Sharpie effect. So yeah, I've already repurchased it, and I don't know, I just like really had a good brow year. I spent $48 on all my brow products. I have tried to move away from high-end brow products because I go through them so quickly, but you know, it is tough because I have red hair, so sometimes I just have to go with what works. Now, what I will say is the Ulta brow tint has been discontinued. I'm so devastated. So, yeah, that's really sad. So I guess I won't put it in the favorites video, but I will put these two because they work. And I'm saying favorites video. I'm actually not going to do a separate video. I'm actually just showing you at the end of this video all of my favorites. I used up one little eyeshadow. This is the Lime Crime Diamond Dew product. I purchased this on Poshmark. in like a bundle, and I didn't think I'd like it, but I actually really loved it because it was this beautiful like pink to gold to blue holographic looking liquid eyeshadow. Would not repurchase. I don't purchase from the brand Lime Crime or Gerard Cosmetics, so would not repurchase, but I did enjoy it, and that was definitely like a surprising product. It retails for $18, although I do believe it has been discontinued. Okay, for eyeliner, I used up 4. I used up the ColourPop BFF liner. It was not very good. The Tarte Inner Rim liner, it's good but too expensive for what it is. The Maybelline eyeliner was decent, not a favorite. I used it up because the color worked well for me. And then the NYX Epic Ink liner, I think that this one is not super user friendly, but the color is perfect, and once you get the hang of it, it does work well. So this is the one that I have already repurchased. It will go into the favorites, and my total for eyeliners this year was $43 worth of eyeliners used up. So I'm trying to rotate through my eyeliners pretty quickly because it kind of grosses me out to think that like they might be old and I'm putting them near my eyes. So hopefully there will be more eyeliners in my next Empties video, but the next one will be the only one that you see as a repurchase. The rest of these are like one and done, wham bam, thank you ma'am. Okay, I have got like stubby little blonde eyelashes, so we have a lot going on with the lashes. Let's start with the mascaras. The Tarte Big Ego. This is a repurchase. I have already repurchased. I like it. Sometimes I go back to Tarte mascaras because they don't make my lashes fall out as much as cheap mascaras do, but I'm not going to say that they're inherently better or that they make my eyelashes look better than a cheap mascara. It's more so just the ingredients in it. I find they irritate my eyes less. But I do know people who like the Tarte mascaras irritate their eyes, so please don't feel like I'm saying this is for sensitive eyes. I'm just saying that it works for me. Have repurchased, will repurchase only when it's on sale, so I guess it can go into a favorites, but it's, you know. Too Faced Better Than mascara. This one is also one that I purchase whenever it's on sale. We like it. It's good, you know, but I would never pay like $30-$40 for it. It's crazy. Oh, you know what? Forget that. These two are not going into the favorites. This one is. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara, and if you like spider trashy eyelashes, you will love this. And y'all, I'm from the trailer park. I love this. Like, it is what it is. I just love that look. Like, I love that like streetwalker look. I can't help it. So that one is actually going into my favorites. But if you don't like clumpy, disgusting eyelashes, you're not gonna like it. This is the Dior Iconic Cover Curl. I literally don't like it. And then the ColourPop Level Up mascara. I only purchase this mascara if it's in an interesting color because it's not very good. So that $96 worth of mascaras. I definitely need to purchase more drugstore because I'm wasting my monies. And then for false lashes, the false mascara is really great if you need something to last for the weekend, but I don't like love it. It's like a love-hate product. I continue to purchase it because I don't have anything better at the price. And so, you know, that's that. The Faux Mink by Ardell, really liked it. And then the Ardell Naked Lashes in 421. I continue to repurchase these. So these are like the false lashes situation. $36 spent on those. I didn't do the math before recording this, so I'm going to estimate around $120 used up just on lash stuff. And, you know, that's kind of a lot. That doesn't even count like when I used to get lash extensions. We're not going to talk about that. Okay, and I just put all of my lip products together. I just find that it's like easier. I used up 2 of the e.l.f. Plumping Lip Gloss. Like 10 out of 10, will definitely repurchase. I'll just put one. I'll put my favorite shade, which I believe is Peach Bellini. Is that Peach Bellini? Yeah. Peach Bellini was my favorite shade. I'm going to put that in like my favorites category, although I did love this one and I have more in my collection right now. I used up 2, goodness gracious, move out the way. I used up 2 lip liners. One is from Mellow whatever. I call it Mellow Mushroom, but it's not. I don't know what the brand is. It was decent. And then I used up the KKW Lippy Pencil. I loved it. It's discontinued, or else it would be in a favorites. She's supposed to be coming out with more makeup soon. I will definitely repurchase when she does. I used up a lipstick from Doll 10. I've literally had this for probably 8 years. Don't like it, but I did use it up. And then Blistex Lip Medics, aka medicated lip balm. I always go back to this when it's the winter time and I'm wearing a ton of liquid lipsticks. And then I used up the, what brand is this? This is the Kinder Beauty lip mask. If I saw this in Ulta, I would pick it up. Otherwise, I go for the Laneige lip mask because it's just more convenient. So it's good though. I really, really loved it, and it felt like a luxury product, but it was like, you know, on the more natural side and everything. So I like 10 out of 10 love this. I don't want to put it in my favorites because the truth is I haven't repurchased it because I don't know where to find it at. So if you know where I can find it, please let me know. So my total for all of my lip products is $65. All right, so out of all of the makeup that I used up, these are the products that I love and would repurchase. You'll notice there's a lot of drugstore in here because the reality is, you know, none of us are really made of money, and drugstore is what I tend to repurchase. You know, there's a lot of fanfare with purchasing the high-end product and that excitement of having something new and luxurious, but in reality, once you use those up, you realize like, oh dang, it still really was just a makeup product. And what I'm going to repurchase is what's a lot more affordable, unless it's truly, truly worth it. With that being said, the total for all of the products that I used up in 2022 is $645. My goal is to use up $1,000. My goal is $500 this year. Next year in 2023, I want to use up $1,000 worth of makeup products. So I hope that you're subscribed so that you can see me as I work on that on my channel. Oh, that was really weird. Okay. Anyway, my food's ready. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.